Let's cross to Canberra now and catch up with the Nationals' Dr Anne Webster. She's the member for Mallee in Victoria. Good to talk to you again, Anne. First up, why haven't the Nationals agreed to the Prime Minister's net zero by 2050 plan yet?
Well, Chris, thank you for having me. We are pretty serious, obviously, given the number of hours that we've now been meeting over this. We only got the plan yesterday. And we had a 4-hour meeting yesterday and another hour and a half today. And obviously there are diverse views in the room because we all represent regional electorates all over Australia and, well, to be fair, on the east side. And so it's really important to each one of us, we're all equally passionate that our electorates, the people that we represent, are not going to be disadvantaged by a net zero target.
Well, how is the Prime Minister proposing to get to net zero by 2050, given that the International Energy Agency says it can't be done on existing technology?
Well, the Prime Minister is going to have to answer that one. Obviously, the plan that we have is around technology, not taxes. We've already seen some of that implemented. In my electorate, we have soil biodiversity and carbon capture programs, revegetation programs. What we want to ensure is that the people of our electorates will not be disadvantaged by any agreement that we make. So, you know, we're all putting forward ideas, solutions, and we want to see a cleaner future. Of course we do.
But sorry to interrupt, Anne, but the point here is it's pie in the sky stuff, isn't it? Because we don't have the technology to do it. I mean, is this a plan that's going to say we're going to get there, but you'll have to wait till, I don't know, 2035 to work out what technology is going to do it for us?
You know, I think that is a really incredibly good point. Aspirational goals are wonderful, but they need to be pragmatic. I think what we have is history teaches us that, for example, in the Industrial Revolution, farmers who had been holding a piece of stick in the ground behind a horse found that there were other ways that were far more efficient, other ways that they could achieve a far greater outcome and ultimately greater prosperity. And, you know, we've had a technological revolution and a digital revolution, and these are things that mean that we are constantly evolving, constantly increasing our knowledge. I do not put us in just an aspirational target. I believe that it is possible, and there's nothing like necessity or need, which is the mother of invention. So there are plenty of things that are on the table now that are being innovatively developed across the world that we are feeding into and learning from. And I'm really confident that we can move forward without harming our regional communities.
Quite a few people in the Nationals are supportive of nuclear energy and getting rid of any legal impediment to nuclear energy. Could that be a condition the Nats put forward, that the government is open to a domestic nuclear energy industry?
I think it's I've mentioned it several times now, I think nuclear is a serious resource. Uranium is obviously we're the largest natural resource of uranium in the world, and the development of small modular reactors, for example, which are working very well with no risk, very clean energy, no emissions, I think is something that we need to at least be able to have a discussion about. The moratorium about having no discussion about it, I think, is something that we need to lift. Is that something that
could come out of these negotiations, though? Could it be a condition of signing up to the net zero plan?
Well, of course, I don't present our conditions to the Prime Minister. That will be up for our leadership. It's certainly something that we have talked about. Many of us are in favour of having this discussion, and so I'll see what happens going forward. I think everything needs to be on the table.
Thanks for joining us, Anne. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Dr Anne Webster there, who's the Nationals MP, the member for Mallee in Victoria.